on the segment. Okay, we're back, everybody, with William H. Murray, and we've got an expanded InfraGard editorial segment today, and we're dealing with the FBI proposal about creating a separate internet. Now, Bill, some people would argue and say, what are you making such a big deal about all this for? It's being done already in secret. No one knows about it. All right, that's what you're hearing out there. I mean, what do you say to that?
That's too big a secret to keep. The NSA thought they could keep secret the warrantless surveillance of the American people, and it leaked. And if it leaks, it's going to leak big time. So there are secrets, and there are secrets.
Well, they're making the argument that when the U.S. military goes out there, they're using a private internet. They're not using an internet that the public can get a hold of.
Give me a break. There are more connections between the DoD than God can count. I mean, you can't possibly enumerate them all. Some of them are deliberate, like the connection between the NIPRNet and the Internet. That's a deliberate connection. But there are all kinds of backdoor connections. Yeah. When I sit at my desk in Monterey, I have 3 computers on my desktop. One of them belongs to Verizon and is connected to the Internet via a VLAN. So while it's connected to the Verizon, it's not also connected to the Navy. But I've got other computers on my desk where I access both the Internet and the Navy networks on the same computer. That's a connection, and it constitutes ultimately a back door. The people who connected those controls, those infrastructure controls, to the Internet, also connected to the public switch telephone network. They don't want to be dependent upon any single network in order to access that control. They want to be able to get to it from anywhere, anytime. And if you gave them a separate network, they'd say, okay, I'll use that separate network, maybe, as long as it's free. But I'm not going to give up my other connections to that control. I'm just not going to do it. Because my ability to get to that control on a timely basis is important.
So other people are coming out and they're saying, this is the darn FBI. They're trying to scare the hell out of all of us. They're going to take the systems down, and then they're going to let this whole open internet thing go on, and they're not going to do anything about it. They're going to leave their exclusive, private, secluded, special government network all for themselves, and the rest of us in the in cyberspace will be left to basically care for ourselves.
Look, most of the connections that exist to these controls are from the operator to his control. He's the exclusive user of that control. Nobody else uses it. We don't need what we really need is for him to be able to establish a point-to-point connection. We don't even want all the other operators to be able to send messages to his control. So the solution to that is a VPN from him to his control. That's the right solution, to establish a point-to-point connection for him to his control, so that nobody else can send messages to his control. One of the things that you might do if you were an adversary is you'd want to be able to do a denial of service attack to the control. That might be almost as effective as misoperating the control itself. And so we want to preserve all of our potential options so that we can get to that control on a timely basis. The problem that we have today is not that these things are connected, but that they don't use the fundamental and essential security measures like end-to-end encryption and strong authentication. Strong authentication would reduce about 90% of this problem. It would still leave, of course, the denial of service potential.
We're going right into the next segment because that's where we want to get to, back to the basics. All right, and we're with William H. Murray, folks, in the expanded section today, section for the FBI proposal, all right, about creating a separate internet. We'll be right back with Bill as we, right before the 10 o'clock hour, and then we're going to sum it up and try and make some recommendations here and help our friends. Here we go. All right, and hang in there just 1 second, and there we go.
Well, look who's here. It's Ellen.
Hey, Mayor Wade, how you doing?
Great. Come on here. Would you like to see our new police department?
Yeah, all right.